This man was on his first business trip to India when he accidentally noticed a beggar trailing behind him, so Hugh pulled a few coins from his pocket.
50 paisa. Buy yourself some WD-40.
But the man never imagined. The beggar not only understood his insulting words, but also tossed all the coins he'd given him onto the ground. After an unknown amount of time, Hugh, sitting on the toilet in the airport restroom, suddenly noticed the beggar who had just taken his 5 coins had followed him here like a persistent ghost. Furious, the man folded up his newspaper and prepared to storm out and confront the greedy beggar. But the beggar suddenly surged with strength, yanking the overweight man to the floor before forcibly dragging him out of the restroom. Cut to Hugh's flight landing at Washington Airport, accompanied by a hotel bellhop. Hugh walked into his room with a blank expression. Afterwards, the bellhop diligently carried in the luggage. Then, as he waited for Hugh to tip him, he noticed that the usually generous Hugh had turned his back on him this time, showing no intention of tipping at all. Seeing this, the bellhop could only accept his bad luck. After the attendant resignedly exited the room, Hugh collapsed onto the bed, gasping for breath. Like a deflated balloon, suddenly, copious amounts of blood began flowing inexplicably from his body, instantly staining the pristine hotel sheets crimson. His eyes also turned an eerie red. When police arrived at the hotel the next day, they found no signs of struggle at the scene, nor any evidence of viral infection in Hugh. Only a set of fingerprints resembling a child's palm was discovered at the edge of the sheets. The autopsy revealed the man's internal organs had ruptured as if he'd swallowed an elephant. If Hugh had been smuggling drugs via his body, some residue would surely remain, yet Dana detected no related substances. What puzzled Dana even more was that Hugh had clearly died in the hotel room the previous night, yet his estimated time of death ranged from 24 to 36 hours prior. This meant Hugh had already met his maker before boarding his flight in India. Agent John promptly contacted the Indian consulate the next day to inquire about any related cases, only to learn a shocking revelation. 3 weeks earlier, an American businessman named Bress had died in a hotel under identical circumstances. When Dana reviewed Bress's autopsy report, she discovered his recorded weight was 238 pounds. Yet his passport listed 205 pounds, a staggering 33-pound discrepancy. Unfortunately, Hugh's body had already been cremated. Had they measured Hugh's weight, Dana was certain it would also show an extra 33 pounds. Dana concluded the killer must be an extremely petite stowaway, some sort of parasite that could freely enter and exit their bodies. That's why the fingerprints were child-sized. Meanwhile, a man applied for a janitorial job at an elementary school and was hired at a salary far below market rates. Little did the principal know that beneath the man's handsome exterior lay another identity, the beggar who attacked Hugh. Cut to a young boy named Tom walking home from school when he was suddenly knocked over by an older student. Just as a fight was about to break out, Tom's father arrived in time to intervene, but as Tom got into the car with his father, a street cleaner working nearby witnessed the scene and fixed his gaze on them. That night, as Tom lay in bed preparing to sleep, he suddenly saw a beggar appear eerily at the bathroom door. Terrified, he screamed for his father. After recounting what he saw, his father dismissed it as a nightmare. After calming Tom down, he left the room to watch the game in the living room, but the beggar silently appeared behind him.